everyone. This is Elizabeth. Thank you so much for joining me today with another Learn With Me 3 series, How I YouTube. This is episode 5, and here we will look at FreeCam 8, a little bit about VSDC, and then we're going to shoot over to YouTube and check out some of the features that they provide to help you improve your viewers' experience on your channel. So FreeCam is a FreeCam and VSDC free screen recorders. Both are free. Both have their pluses and minuses that make them good choices. This is the website for FreeCam. In case you choose to click the link in the description, this is what it should look like when you open it up. You'll enter your email and download. I'm going to minimize that, okay, because once you have it downloaded, this is what you're going to see. And then you'll click New Recording, okay. When you click New Recording, you have a nice black and white bounding box. Every so often, you have these little black dashes, one on each side, and then you have little corner nubs, okay. You can click these areas, click those areas to drag out your bounding area. This is the recordable area. So if I scooch this over, when I'm recording, none of my folders are going to show up in this screen. While I record, if I scooch this up a bit and pull down the VSDC bar, okay, that will not be in my recording with the FreeCam. Now, that's the big difference between the two, okay? This is the recording bar. This is their recording bar. If you can opt not to see this recording bar. Unfortunately, when you choose not to have it, some elements are taken away. You don't get to draw. You don't get to see if you're actually recording. You don't get to see if you actually hit the pause button, and you do not get to see if you took it out of pause or back recording. That's one thing I disliked about that. This, I liked it enough that you can stretch it out just enough to keep it out of the way. This stays, okay? And you can see the counter, you can deal with some stuff there. Granted, you don't get to draw on your screen, but that's not an option I need. Both of them have the highlighter button. I cannot see it on my end, but on your end and in playback, we'll see a little highlighted circle around our mouse. So that's where the biggest difference is, these little bars. I like the more simplisticness of the FreeCam, and that's why I'm kind of showing it off now. The other thing with VSDC, if you are in there playing around in the settings and you mute it so it does not record sound, because maybe you're going to do a voiceover later, you need to speed up all the information, you turn it to mute. It doesn't record anything. You shut it down, you save your project, you open a new project, you record your project, not realizing there's no sound because the settings don't revert back to original. So yeah, I found that out the hard way yesterday. Recorded this session here and lost a lot of footage because there was no sound. And I'm like, okay, I'll do a voiceover. And I started the voiceover and I'm like looking at the screen going, okay, why am I clicking there? Okay, wait, why did I go there? So it was a lost cause. So be careful of that. On FreeCam 8, next to the record button is the mute button. The mute mic, you can see it. It's literally shown right there that you're not recording sound. Okay. Click it. Then you would be recording sound. Okay. Super easy. You make your bounding box. Okay. Sometimes you need to make your bounding box after the fact. Okay, so say like you bring up your workstation, if you have an art program, YouTube open, so because you're trying to do what I'm doing right now, do a lesson, you can then pull your bounding box, scooch, nope, I want you to scooch up to there, and you can see I'm placing it within these little nodes. Okay, I can stretch one side like so. I can stretch a whole corner, which is a side and, okay, it does it a little weird because it's trying to keep it contained to a proportional thing. So I'm keeping my work area within the bounding box with that little border. Okay, and what that does is it ensures that you're not going to have any cutoff. Okay, you want to keep everything within that bounding box. Then your lesson is already set up and you're ready to begin. For that, you would come down here and hit record. Okay, just like regular filming, you're going to wait a second before you start. Okay, if you're like me, you start off on the wrong foot all the time. And you're like, wait, no, that sounded terrible. I can't believe I started off like that. What was I thinking? So you hit the pause button. If this was super long into the video, you can hit the pause button, recollect your thoughts, and kind of start over from where you're pretty sure you messed up and continue. You can do that, or you can stop and save and then piece the two pieces together, and then you can edit out the end of the one video. So there's a lot of options, just like doing a video. You pause or you stop, because you can always piece your boo-boos back together. Now, at the very beginning, within the first 2 minutes, I'm making boo-boos. I'm tripping over my tongue. Things aren't coming out right. So I always have to hit this button. It's a little circle with an arrow, and it says delete and start over. It wants to make sure that's what you want to do, and you can tell it yes by clicking or hitting the enter button. And now it's gone. It's nowhere to be found on your computer. And then you can start again. And remember, when it gets to the 1 and that 1 disappears, I'm going to wait a second for it before I begin talking. Because, it's telling it that we're going to record. And there's our 1 second on the timer. And I've said hello, greeted everybody, and we can get busy. We're pointing here, we're going here, we're doing this, we're doing that. And then you're like, you hit the pause button. You're like, yeah, that's good. And then you can hit done. Okay. Or I need to add this part, so you can add it. And then you're like, I know I'm done. So you say, goodbye, we'll see you next time. And you hit the done button. So those are your two options for finishing off. You can hit the pause, then done, or you can go straight to done. Now, when you hit done, if you have recorded a long video, and I do believe there is no, hold on 1 second, somebody's coming. All right, kids are on their way to bed. Woohoo! Okay, so where was I? Okay, so when you hit the done button and you've recorded maybe 2 hours of you drawing an image in Illustrator or another program, it's long video, okay? When you hit done, it may take a few minutes to do its processing, okay? Don't panic if all you see is like a little wait bar. Longer projects, longer wait time. Just like uploading to YouTube. Longer videos take longer to upload. Now here we have options. Okay. It's not saved. At this point, if the power went out and I had no battery and it shut down, I could lose all of this. Okay. It's not saved any way whatsoever. Now, if you'll notice, it doesn't have save project really noticeable. What it says has right at your fingertips is save as video. Okay. And then this program, you can go anywhere and save your project. You can rename it. You can do whatever you need to do and you save your project. Again, a long video, long export time. That's a good time to go get your description ready for YouTube, watch a video, go make some cocoa, while it's exporting. Mine does pop up when it's all done. I don't know if your guys's, if it's a system thing or whatnot. Now, here's the difference between FreeCam and VSDC. When I hit done on VSDC, I don't get to choose where to put it. It automatically goes to the videos. And that's annoying. It goes to videos and it drops it in this recorded videos folder every single time. I'm too lazy to figure out how to get it to go elsewhere. That's another reason I like FreeCam. I don't have to do a lot of thinking. So, those are some things to also look at. When you hit save, where does it go? So that's where that ends up. Now, say you had, okay, that's not going to open. Let's open from here. Desktop, YouTube. Say we had our video editor open in the background, okay? Because we started a project. We had the intro ready. We had a segment of us working with our hands, and we talked about something on the computer. We just recorded the section on the computer. Now we want to take that section and integrate it into our project. Remember, when you open VSDC, it is a free program with ads. This ad, just click the X button. Now you can open that project you've been working on, or maybe it's already open, or you're just going to start it. You name it, you give it an author. Basically, don't play with these. If you've already set this to 29.970, it will always pop open like that, okay? Then you hit finish. Now you have your project open. Now here's the thing I found after my last video, okay? I think I need to minimize some screens because I need, oh no, that's right, because I moved that. Pardon me, desktop. Gotta go find my, okay, so when I finished with my screen recording, it put it into this folder and then it opened it. Okay, this is why it's kind of cool, because it's opened. You're like, woohoo, right? Then you just pop this one open, and here's what you can do. I found it by accident. Don't ask me how. See my little arrow? It's a little box with a plus sign in that area, or this area here, but not here, not here. Anywhere that you would actually see the footage, you can let go. Drag and drop. Look at that. You want to add something else, you can add it. Oops. Let's click it first. Okay. Drag and drop. We can click on this one and we can plop them in there. Then we can maneuver them around. Oh, and that's another thing. By accident, I was doing another video edit and I was scooching the bar down the line, scooch down, and then move this bar. I found that if you just lift it, okay, if you just lift it it'll put it at the end of the line you're trying to add it to. So you actually don't have to walk it down the thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, that's another a learned tidbit for the VSDC editor. And then you would work on your project and be done. I'm just going to close it because that's not our focus today. No, I don't want to save it. And that's how that one works. And like I said, with VSDC, when you save it, it does put it into your videos tab under a folder called recorded videos. I did not make that folder. The program did. Okay. If you want, I can pop this. So you click start drawing and then your cursor changes. Okay. And then you can start doodling, highlighting, like click here, click there, tap there. Okay. When you're done and you need to do other stuff, say finish drawing. Okay. Otherwise you won't be able to go and open like your web browser or anything like that. And that is how that works. And if you start drawing, you can see these open back up. There's the pencil. Here's the line tool. So, woo, look at that. I made an arrow. Click there, do that. Okay, we have the rectangle if you need to highlight an area. We have the ellipse tool. That wasn't the ellipse tool, thank you. Okay. You can change how fat it is. The bigger the pixel, the fatter the line. Did you notice how that line is fatter than the other one? Let's go to a small one. Ooh, that's really small. So, and then everything in between, you can pick your colors. So there's some green circles for you. And then clear. Okay, you're all done. You hit finish drawing. Yay, all done. And those are your two choices for screen recordings. VSDC comes with one with a bunch of features and some downsides. If you mute in the advanced settings, you have to unmute each time. If you save your video, you do not get a choice as to where it saves. If you want to see if the video is paused or not, you want this bar, and this bar is visible at all times. Whereas FreeCam is very simplistic. You don't get these drawing tools, but their little play and record is at the bottom. It's easy to find. You can tell if it's on mute right there. And you can save it in any file you want. Very, very simplistic. I appreciate that. All right. So if you have any questions about FreeCam or the VSDC screen recorders, go ahead and pop them. Okay, I just clicked on that bar and I can tell that there's a red line, so I think it's still recording. Whew, I'm going to be so upset if it stops recording. So, voiceover. Hey, I want to say thank you for stopping by. The YouTube portion is going to be in its own little video because it turned out to be extremely long, annoying, and ugh. So I'm going to redo it so it's more streamlined and not so confusing. And I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit on the FreeCam 8 and kinda the VSDC. I hope to see you again on my next video. If you have any questions or concerns, please drop notes in the comments or email me at elizabeth.costa-rogers@gmail.com. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.